BFTB, best fight the best. So now, all of a sudden, Tyson Fury is now good. Well, what changed? I mean, y'all were destroying the dude for a while, you know what I'm saying, just because he was fighting Wilder. Well, so let's just take a trip down memory lane. August 19th through November 30th. I mean, those were the days, you know what I'm saying? What? Tyson Fury isn't ready. He wasn't ready. That's what they were all saying. He is a drunk. He's been out drinking for years. He's 400 pounds, just as fat as he wants to be. He's got severe mental issues. He's a head case, a straight cokehead, just getting it in, not even worried about anything. And then when he did come back, even though he had his two fights, it was like, oh, Tyson Fury needs more fights. You had Shannon Briggs coming out talking, oh, he's not ready. Oh, you had the main hater, Eddie Germ, coming out saying he ain't ready. Even Chisora was saying, oh, Tyson Fury is not ready for Deontay Wilder. Then you had these weirdos coming out saying, oh, why is he ranked number 3? Video upon video going up, even though Fury was ranked number 3, but here they go. These Fury fanboys and blah, 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 talking about how Lewis is still the lineal champion. Like, bro, Lennox Lewis retired. Lennox Lewis retired. Like, how is he still the lineal champion when he retired? He doesn't have no belt. Oh, it's such a shame that Tyson Fury is now ranked number 3. But they didn't no one say anything about when Vladimir Klitschko came back and he was ranked number 3 and number 2. Nobody said anything. But because Tyson Fury comes back and he's the one that beat Vladimir Klitschko and he's ranked number 3, all of a sudden there's problems. Issues. Everybody's got a problem with it. Oh, I can't believe it. You guys need to get a grip and blah, blah, blah. He needs to prove himself. Like, what? Well, who did Vladimir Klitschko prove himself on when he came back to fight Anthony Joshua? Who did he prove himself on? I don't remember him fighting anybody. He came straight back off of losing to Tyson Fury and fought Anthony Joshua. But that's okay to do. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? You just had these people that just like, oh, he's been out. And then you had the haters. You had the haters coming saying, oh, this fight it's not announced. It's not going to happen. What? Well, why isn't it going to happen? Why not? Like, oh, well, he needs to announce it. Okay, well, how long did it take for Anthony Joshua to announce his fight with Alexander Povetkin, even though it was supposed to happen with immediate effect? We just overlooked that. Then you got these other guys coming out saying, oh, well, Tyson Fury, he was smoking crack, for the last 3 years, and then he somehow lands a shot. What was Vladimir Klitschko doing? Do you guys know what Vladimir Klitschko was doing? The only reason why Vladimir Klitschko is not there, y'all not saying the same thing about him, is because he fought Anthony Joshua. You don't know what he was doing in his personal life. Nobody does. You don't have a clue. But you guys always will make it up and be like, oh, well, he was out. He was in training camp. He was in great shape. Whatever, man. You don't know that. You don't know that at all. Just look at some of these comments. Look at some of these comments that these guys were, coming at me with. These are on my page. Anybody can go on a diet and lose weight. Doesn't mean that they are fit. This is what they were saying. Tyson is not match fit. How do you know this? You know what I'm saying? How did these guys, again, this is before Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder. The only reason why they were saying this is because they were hating on Tyson Fury. Well, hating on Deontay Wilder. It had nothing to do with Tyson Fury. They were just hating on Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And here's more of them. Oh, for me, Fury's at his best. Fury at his best beats AJ and Wilder. And given the opposition of his comeback fights, there's nothing to suggest that he's close to that level. Listen, I told you, I showed you guys. I gave you proof that Tyson Fury was just as good before he fought Deontay Wilder. He was just as good then as he is when he fought Deontay Wilder. I showed you video proof that he's just as good. He was just as good before Vlad, as he was after Vlad. Yes, Sefer Fury wasn't the greatest. So Pianetta was good. Pianetta fought Vladimir Klitschko. before Tyson Fury and before Anthony Joshua. So what if he got knocked out? He still fought him. You know what I'm saying? But mysteriously, Pianetta is not good enough. But again, we're speaking in hindsight. But this is what these guys were saying. Oh, but if he didn't lose 100 pounds, blah blah blah. They were saying these things because they didn't want to give Deontay Wilder any credit when he fought Tyson Fury, because they just knew Deontay was going to knock him out. We all thought that. But I was giving Tyson Fury the credit that he deserved. They're like, "Oh, did you watch his last two fights?" Yeah, I did watch his last two fights. I did. And he looked exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? Here you see me go responding to these guys before the fight. This is before the fight. I'm responding to them. This is on my video. This is a video that I made. And I'm just like, bro, you guys obviously didn't. You have this thing in your mind that Tyson Fury before Vladimir or at Vladimir or before Vladimir is he was just such this great, and then after Vladimir he wasn't. He's never be back to himself. He's a bum. Blah blah blah. I'm just like, yo, what are you talking? Clear AJ protectors. They're not Fury fans. They weren't really even Fury haters. These are people that protect Anthony Joshua. They don't really give a damn about any of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you have other people coming in saying that Fury wasn't even going to fight Wilder. This is right before the fight. They're still saying Fury is not even going to fight Wilder. I'm just like, bro, what would make you think that? What would make you think that Fury isn't going to fight him? And then you got these other people, and this is their old cliche. If you are a boxing fan, like because their opinion, they have an opinion on whatever, so that means their opinion is worth more than anybody else's. They do the same thing. If you're a boxing fan, if you really know boxing, they say the same type of shit. Here's another one. You can tell from the last video that Tyson Fury isn't the same in the previous videos. How? And then when I asked this weirdo, how can you tell? They looked exactly the same. The Tyson Fury that fought Pianetta looked exactly the same as the one that fought Chisora. Exactly the same as the one that fought Christian Hammer. What's the difference? What is the difference? And here they go again, based on Fury's two comeback fights. Fans know he ain't ready for Wilder or Joshua. Well, what fans? What fans are you talking about? You mean the haters? That's what you mean, the haters. The haters and the Anthony Joshua protectors know that. That's who. I don't know what these dudes are talking about. And then you have another person. Oh, Fury only really changed his style and became a well-rounded boxer with Peter, Chisora 2, Hammer, and Klitschko. That dude right there has a very good chance of beating Wilder. Fury and Chisora 2 is a completely different boxer. No, he isn't. No, he's the exact same fighter. He was the exact same fighter. I told y'all this prior to the Deontay Wilder fight. I told y'all this. I proved it to you. He's the exact same. There was nothing different. And then you have this weirdo 2 weeks ago. Oh, after 2 years out and a mental breakdown and 28 stone cokehead loss, blah, 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 the novice cutman trainer, blah, blah, blah. This is what he's saying. You spent 15 minutes breaking down this gimme for Wilder. A gimme, right? Okay, all right. Whatever, dude. A gimme. And these are on my videos. These comments are on my videos. This is not on anybody else's video. These comments are on my video. From the people that so-called know boxing. They so-called know boxing. And then you hear another one a month ago. They are D-level fighters because they are both ranked over 100 on BoxRec. So again, they have BoxRec, aka Ring Magazine and BoxRec. They have all those. That's what they have them as. That's their criteria for anything, is looking at BoxRec. Their criteria for what right looks like is BoxRec. That's right. That's their criteria. But when I use it against them, then all of a sudden I'm fanboying. I don't know boxing. It's rigged. Blah blah blah. But for them, they can just use this right here. He beat 2 bums and got a top 3 ranking from the WBC. But again, Vladimir Klitschko didn't beat anybody. Vladimir Klitschko beat nobody. He beat no one. He lost to Tyson Fury. He was out of the ring for 2 years. Came back and became the number 3, the same rank as Tyson Fury. number 3 in the WBC, number 2 in the IBF, number 2 in the WBA, number 2 in the WBO. And number 3 in the WBC, and then number 2 in all of the sanctioning bodies. But nobody has nothing to say about that. That's okay for Vladimir Klitschko to be ranked number 3 in the WBC and number 2 everywhere else. But it isn't okay for Tyson Fury to be ranked that. And I'm just sitting back like, why is all this hate on Tyson Fury? Where's all this hate coming from? Where was all of this hate? I mean, I knew where it was coming. They're AJ protectors. They don't want Deontay Wilder. They didn't want Deontay Wilder to fight Tyson Fury because they knew in their mind that Deontay Wilder was just that good and Deontay Wilder was going to beat him. And once Deontay Wilder beat Tyson Fury, then Deontay Wilder was going to be in a totally different position of control over Anthony Joshua, and they didn't want that. That's not what they wanted. And I tried not to mention it. I tried to just ask them simple questions. Why are you hating on Tyson Fury? What is the point of this hate for Tyson Fury? Where is it coming from? Why? Why are you hating? What has he done to you? What has he done to you for any of this hate to come about? What has he done? Nothing. He hasn't done anything. He's just putting Deontay Wilder in a position of power. That's what. But, us real boxing fans, we were saying different things. This is what we were saying. Kings chase kings. I did a live stream on this. Kings chasing kings, and got a whole bunch of shit. All these people, all of my comments talking about, oh, Tyson Fury's not ready. He's 300, 400 pounds. How can you expect him to be ready? He needs more fights. He needs more tune-ups. All in my comments saying this stuff. All in my comments. He needs more tune-ups. I did another live stream. Why did Tyson Fury hate? Why? And again, here they are, all these people, especially people from the UK coming to my channel, all in my comments talking about, oh, what Tyson Fury's, he needs more tune-ups. How you expect a guy to come back from so long out and be any good? How you expect a guy to have these drug problems and drinking and mental problems and come back and be any good? And then they start doing their comparisons. Oh, well, look at Ray Leonard. Look at Ray Leonard when he came back, blah, blah, blah. Look at Mike Tyson when he came back, blah, blah, blah. Look at Muhammad Ali when he came back. They were never the same. Tyson Fury will never be the same, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I made a straight up video debunking all the excuses, and they still came at me like, oh no, Tyson Fury will never be the same. He'll never be the same. Never. And he's not, he can't be the same. He can't come back. He can't do this. But mind you, these are supposed to be Tyson Fury fans. They're not. They're Anthony Joshua fans, and they're Wilder haters. They're not Tyson Fury fans at all. They're Wilder haters, and they're Joshua fans and Joshua protectors. So of course they're going to say anything to discredit Deontay Wilder and anything he does at all costs. At all costs. So it didn't really matter what Deontay Wilder did. They was going to come at him with some type of negativity. But this is what real boxing fans were saying. Real boxing fans, we're letting everybody know, hey, Tyson Fury dealt, this is me, a week ago, before the fight. I'm telling them, look, Tyson Fury dealt with these weight and mental issues since 2012, before he fought Vlad. So, I mean, all this nonsense that y'all talking about on how he can't do this and he can't do this, why can't he? He's did it before, so what's the problem? But again, they were hating on Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury was fighting Deontay Wilder. And they knew Deontay Wilder was going to knock him out, and they didn't want to give Wilder any credit. So because they didn't want to give him any credit, then they were going against Tyson Fury. But you have real boxing fans like Haplotype, letting everybody know this is going to be the best Tyson Fury that we'll see. You know what I'm saying? He had fans out there. He had not necessarily Tyson Fury fans, but just for real boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? You had my man Jared VU. You know what I'm saying? He came out letting everybody know, hey, Fury is better now than before. Letting you guys know how Fury was. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know that he's changed his style to be a Mayweather wannabe, which Mayweather's defensive guru. So I'm sitting here like, bro, there's absolutely some real boxing fans, but they're so far and few in between. We're so outnumbered by the protectors, the haters, the fan bitches, the LTNK, and the dick riders that it's like hard to get around. It's hard to get around and to see between the weeds. But whatever. So then all that went on. The fight between these kings. It was signed, sealed, delivered. And then it happened, and it was an epic fight, a classic fight, and it ended in a draw. Now, regardless of who you think won, that's what it ended as. It ended in a draw. I had Wilder winning, but whatever. And then immediately after that, you had these same people that were talking about how Tyson Fury isn't ready. Tyson Fury needs more fights. How can you expect a guy coming back from such weight loss and mental issues and drug issues, blah blah? How can you expect that guy to come back and do anything with Deontay Wilder, blah blah blah? So what they were essentially saying is Deontay Wilder was so good, he was so good that he was going to knock Tyson Fury out. Period. That's what they were saying, and these are the AJ protectors, the Wilder haters, and not necessarily Fury fans, but just Wilder haters. There's more Wilder haters and AJ protectors than there are Fury fans. You know what I'm saying? None of these guys were saying any of this stuff prior to Fury fighting Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? The same guys all of a sudden now are saying, "Oh, Fury won," and how can Fury, how can you see anything differently, and blah blah blah. Well, whatever. So before all of this, before the fight had, before the Fury fight, before the Fury Wilder fight, before all these things, I made a video where I told you all what my rankings were. I told you all what my rankings were. I had Deontay Wilder number 1, Anthony Joshua number 2, Tyson Fury number 3, Luis Ortiz number 4, Dillian Whyte number 5. Those were my rankings. And I argue with people over that. They're like, "Oh no, Tyson Fury shouldn't even be on there. He's been out of the ring for so long. He doesn't even deserve to be on there. It should be minors, is Joshua, Povetkin, Deontay Wilder, then Luis Ortiz, and then Dillian Whyte, and then Luis Ortiz." That's what they were trying to tell me. They were putting Povetkin up there. Some people had Pulev up there, but they had Wilder at best. He was number 3 at best. At best, he was number 3. But that they couldn't tell me why. They were just saying, "Oh," and then the only excuse that they would use is, "Oh, his resume." Well, Joshua's resume, Povetkin's resume, But whatever, whatever. I gave them my reasonings. They gave me theirs. Theirs were clear to see that there was absolute bullshit. But whatever, after the fight, whatever. Ring Magazine gave their rankings out. Lo and behold, Joshua, number 1. Of course, why wouldn't they? Tyson Fury popped in at number 2. Then Deontay Wilder, he showed up at number 3. The normal hate on him. Luis Ortiz came in at number 4. And then Dillian Whyte came in at number 5. So, if anything, my rankings, how I ranked them, were more closer to what the Ring Magazine rankings have than you all's. I don't see no Povetkin up there. I don't see no Pulev up there. I don't see any of that. I do see every name that I said, every name that might not have been in the exact order, but every name that I said is up there in the top 5. But whatever. So now, that Fury's on this moral victory, all of a sudden, Fury's good now, mysteriously. But just a couple of weeks ago, Fury shouldn't have been in the top 10. He didn't deserve to be there. He hadn't done anything. It's a disgrace. The boxing WBC is corrupt and blah, 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 and all this other nonsense. And I'm just like, well, hold on a second, bro. If you were saying this then, well, why aren't you saying this now? You guys are full of shit, man. Absolutely full of shit. But whatever. So let's just take a peek at this, right? So when these people talking about resumes and all this yada yada and who has fought who, well, of the names that are in the top 5, who fought who? Who fought who? Out of the top 5 names, Who fought who? The only one in there that the number one so-called ranked guy fought is Dillian White. That is it. That's it. And he's ranked number 5. That's the highest he's been ranked. Number 5. Well, Deontay Wilder fought the guy below him and the guy above him. Who else in the top 5 fought more top 5 guys in the world? Who else above him fought more top right now, currently, right now? Who in the top 5 fought the most top 5 rated guys? Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. That's who. That's who. He fought Tyson Fury and he fought Luis Ortiz. That's who. So I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? If he fought these guys, how is he ranked number 3? You know, whatever. It doesn't even matter because the rankings, the top 3 rankings, whatever. Mix them in any order. Mix them in any order you want. I have my opinions on why Deontay Wilder's number 1. You guys are entitled to your opinion on why you think whoever else is number 1. This is what Ring Magazine thinks. So while I got these weirdos, these idiots, these fan bitches, these LTNK members jumping in my comments talking about, oh, Deontay Wilder is bronze. He's number 3, right where he belongs. Like, okay, is that supposed to be a bad thing? Is that supposed to be a bad thing? You dodo birds, is that supposed to be a bad thing that he's ranked number 3 by Ring Magazine when he's fought two out of the top 5? He's fought 2 top 5 in the world fighters, and he knocked one of them out. Actually, he knocked both of them out, but he arguably beat both of them. And he's called the number 1 guy out now for going on 3 years. It's going on 3 years since he's been trying to fight the number 1 guy, and the number 1 guy has been ducking him consistently. And he said he'll fight the number 5 guy if you give him the number 1 guy. But mysteriously, that guy is the bum. He's a bum, right? He's a bum killer. But that guy that's saying, hey, that guy, the bum killer that knocked out the number 4 guy, fought the number 2 guy, is willing to fight the number 5 guy if you put the number 1 guy on the contract. But that guy is supposed to be the worst champion. That's the worst champion. You guys are not consistent in nothing you say. Nothing. You know, one day you're out talking about how Joshua deserves so much money, and then when he gets that money, instead of saying, okay, Joshua, you got that money, now take that money and go beat the bum killer. No, you're like, oh no, where did the money come from? The fuck is wrong with y'all? Then the next day you're talking about how Tyson Fury ain't shit. You know, he's a cokehead, he's old, not old, but he's washed up, he's fat and blah, blah, blah. But then, you know, after he fights Deontay Wilder and it ends a draw, officially a draw, all of a sudden now he's ranked number 2 and you guys are like, oh yeah, he should be ranked number 2. Yeah, blah, blah. But how did he get that ranking? Just a couple of weeks ago, he didn't even deserve to be number 3. Right? But now he fights Ortiz, and you guys say, oh, well, Ortiz should have stopped that fight in the 7th. They should have stopped it in the 7th. But Ortiz is number 4. Where is Chisora at? Where's Chisora? He's not in the top 5. But Dillian White is fighting Chisora, and Dillian White is ranked number 5. But this is the guy that you're saying Deontay Wilder should be fighting. You guys have zero consistency. Deontay Wilder and Deontay Wilder alone must do every and anything to appease you guys. But nobody else in the top 5, no one in the heavyweight division needs to do anything that you guys are asking or pressing for Deontay Wilder to do. Deontay Wilder needs to do this. But nobody else. Y'all are absolutely pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. In the words of the great Reverend Run, if you're not consistent with what you're saying, then what you're saying is non-existent. BFTB, shout out to the LDBC, and I'm out.